Hello everyone, let us browse through the important current affairs for the day 27th July. We are starting the session with some good question. The French president is Emmanuel Macron. He announced his intention to recognize the Palestine state at the United Nations General Assembly session, which is going to convene on the end of this year. So the question is asking which country's president recently announced his intentions to recognize the state of Palestine at United Nations General Assembly. The options were France, UK, USA, Canada. The correct answer for this question is France. So he is a French president and his name is Emmanuel Macron. Hence, option A would be the correct answer. So the ongoing war between Israel and Palestine is happening, and India is also bidding for two-state solution for this war. And in the same way, the same intention has been put out by the French president Emmanuel Macron. If you see the Palestinian territories in the Israel country, this is the Gaza Strip and this is the West Bank. These two were where Palestinians were living in the Israel nation. And if question asks which country shares border with Palestinians, the Egypt is sharing the border, and Jordan is also sharing the border, and through Egypt sharing the border through the Sinai Peninsula, and the West Bank, where Jerusalem is located, is also sharing the border with Jordan. So basically, Palestinians sharing borders with two countries, and Israel sharing border with Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and Egypt. Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and Egypt. Basically, four countries. Here, Dead Sea is present. Dead Sea separates Israel and Jordan. If you see the explanation here, option A, France. France will recognize Palestinian state in September at the UNGA Assembly session. This was announced by the French President Emmanuel Macron. Therefore, option A would be the correct answer for question number 1. And moving on, question number 2. Who recently won the bronze medal at the 2025 World Junior Squash Championship? Basically, this championship played by the players who has under the age of 19. Basically, this is under 19 tournament, and this was hosted by the Egypt country, Egypt's capital Cairo, Egypt, where this championship is going on. In the year 2010, Deepika won the bronze medal. After then, from continuous 15 years, India yet to win any medal in this junior squash championship, but this was broken by the Anhata Singh, and she won the bronze medal at the 2025 World Junior Squash Championship. Basically, this was played through squash ball, and this is racket, and using this racket, the game can be played by using a squash ball. Hence, the name squash tournament. The Anhata Singh has received the bronze medal in this championship. Therefore, option B would be the correct answer. If you see the explanation, India's number 1 women's squash player Anhata Singh won bronze medal at 2025 World Junior Squash Championship. So previously in the 2010, this was won by Deepika Pallikar, and now it was won by the Anhata Singh. If in examination, any question related to squash, mostly the answer would be Anhata Singh. Read the question carefully and then mark the answer. And question number 3. Which country has passed the Genius Act in July 2025? Genius Act. This was signed by the 47th President of US, Donald Trump, guiding and establishing national innovation for US stable coin. Basically, this was named as Big Beautiful Bill, and then this was renamed as Genius, and this was passed by the US Senate and then forwarded to US Senate and then forwarded to President, and he has given the is assigned to this bill, and this has become the act, Genius Act. Basically, it provides framework for regulation of cryptocurrencies in the US. Basically, they were referred to as stable coins. Just to provide the regulatory framework to these stable coins. This act was passed as per US President Donald Trump. This act revolutionized the financial system in the US, because US has a lot of debt, and US wants its to strengthen its dollars, and US will also want to be the first country who is going to be first in the digital asset, want to strengthen its position in digital assets as well. So therefore, which country has passed this act? USA. Therefore, option D would be the correct answer for question number 3. And moving on, question number 4. Which country is the largest producer of coconut? Because the continuous rise of coconut prices since the inception of COVID-19 from the year 2020, and there was continuous fall of, or there was little fall of this coconut prices. Hence, this coconut crop and its plantation was in use. In the world, which is the largest producer of coconut? Indonesia. Therefore, option A would be the correct answer, and followed by Philippines, and then followed by India. India ranks third in the coconut production. If you see in India, Karnataka state topped the coconut production, followed by Tamil Nadu state, and then followed by the Kerala, and then followed by the Andhra Pradesh. These 4 states basically accounts for production of more than 90% of coconut in the country. So, and the coconut yield, if you see the yield, not the production, if you see the yield per hectare, Lakshadweep is a union territory in India, where the highest yield of coconut can be witnessed. In the Lakshadweep. If you see the Lakshadweep, they were present here under Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean. Here Maldives were located, where recently on July 26 it celebrated its 60th Independence Day, and here 8-degree channel is present. That separates Maldives with the Minicoy Islands, and between Minicoy Islands and Lakshadweep, the remaining islands of Lakshadweep, there was 9-degree channel, and the 10-degree channel separates basically Andaman with the Nicobar Islands. So all these channels were important, and Lakshadweep location is also important. Lakshadweep is important for highest yielding coconut in India. So the question is asking which country is the largest producer of coconut in the world? Indonesia. Therefore, option A would be the right answer for question number 4. And moving on, question number 5. Which country has achieved 20% ethanol blending in petrol 5 years ahead of its 2030 target? Basically, India has achieved this 20% ethanol blending to petrol in the year 2025, and its new target was to achieve 30% ethanol blending by 2030. So therefore, option D would be the correct answer for question number 5. Moving on, question number 6. Consider the following statements: Egypt, Eritrea, Ethiopia, South Sudan, Central African Republic, Chad and Libya. How many of the above countries shares borders with Sudan? Why Sudan was in news? Because in Sudan there was supremacy for power is going on. Basically, the rivalry between Sudan military and the paramilitary forces of Sudanese, they were referred to as RSF, Rapid Support Force. The fight between these two has happening to basically to conquer the power to run the government in the Sudan. Because of this, there were famines, droughts, and a lot of displacements in the Darfur region of Sudan. All these were happening because of this ongoing war, and hence this location of Sudan becomes highly important. If you see the map of Sudan, this was bordered by the Egypt, Libya. Remember, Egypt, Libya, Chad, Central African Republic, and South Sudan, Ethiopia, and Eritrea. Tripolis, Egypt, Eritrea, Ethiopia, and LC, Libya, Chad, LCC, Libya, Chad, Central African Republic, and lastly South Sudan. So if you see the question again, Sudan shares borders with Egypt, yes, Eritrea, yes, Ethiopia, yeah, and South Sudan to the north, to the south, yes. This is also true. Central African Republic, yes, Chad, and Libya, yes, Libya on northeast. So sorry, northwest. So all these seven statements were shared. These seven countries were shared borders with Sudan. Therefore, option A, all seven would be the correct answer. And if you see the African region, several African countries or regions that we discussed from the last couple of videos, they were borders of Sudan and bordering countries of Ethiopia and the bordering nations that surrounds Red Sea and the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Sahel region. I just want to revise all those regions for you because they were highly important for the examination. If you see the DRC shares borders with 9 countries, South Sudan, Central African Republic of Congo, Angola, Zambia, Malawi, Tanzania, and Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda. So basically here one lake is present. This is known as Lake of Tanganyika, and this is Sudan's bordering nations, and here DRC's bordering nations, Sudan and DRC, and the another regions were Red Sea bordering countries, basically 5 countries: Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, 6 countries: Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti, Yemen, and Saudi Arabia. These 6 countries shares borders with Red Sea, and this is Sahel region. This was witnessing a lot of coups, military coups. Hence, this region is also important. Senegal, Mauritania, Mali, Burkina Faso, and here Niger, Chad, Sudan, and Eritrea. So this is Sahel region. So all these African regions were highly important for any objective examination you take. So moving on, question number 7. Which state government celebrating Jim Corbett's 150th birthday anniversary? The Jim Corbett was born on July 25th, 1875. He is regarded as father of tiger conservation in India. On the honor of his name, the Uttarakhand government named the national park Jim Corbett National Park, which is located in the state of Uttarakhand, and Uttarakhand is currently celebrating this 150th birthday anniversary of his Jim Corbett, and this was celebrated by the Uttarakhand government. This Jim Corbett National Park is the oldest national park and first national park. Currently in India we have 107 national parks. The recent one that was added was Simlipal National Park, located in state of Odisha. And through this Jim Corbett's National Park, Ramganga River is flowing through. Hence, this national park is also referred to as sometimes Ramganga National Parks. Don't get confused. Ramganga National Park or Jim Corbett National Park, both were same. So therefore, Uttarakhand would be the correct answer for question number 7. Moving on, question number 8. TRACERS mission was launched by JAXA, ISRO, NASA, Roscosmos. If you see the explanation here, TRACERS stands for Tandem Reconnection and Cusp Electrodynamics Reconnaissance Satellites. This was launched by the SpaceX Falcon 9 from California, and basically this TRASAS missions, what's the objective of this mission? This is to study the impact of solar radiation on Earth magnetic field, and this was launched by the NASA, National Aeronautic Space Administration, established in 1958, and headquarters is located in Washington DC, USA. Therefore, question number 8, option C, correct answer. And moving on, question number 9, Narendra Modi surpassed which leader to become the second longest serving Prime Minister of India, and his incumbent Prime Minister, and he is still serving the nation. So basically he surpassed the Indira Gandhi. He surpassed the Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, and he is in office for 4078 days, and he surpassed the 4077 record of Indira Gandhi. First Jawaharlal Nehru, followed by Indira Gandhi, and then followed by Narendra Modi. Therefore, for question number 9, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi surpassed Prime Minister Indira Gandhi's record. Therefore, option C, correct answer for question number 9. Moving on, question number 10. Which country is hosting 15th meeting of the Conference of Contracting Parties? Basically, COP15, and COP29 and COP30. That was Conference of Parties. That was different, and this Conference on Contracting Parties was different. So this basically this is associated with protecting the wetlands. Currently in India, we have 91 wetlands. Recently, 2 wetlands were added on the Wetland Day that we are celebrating on 2nd February. They were Keechan Wetland and Menon Wetland. They both were present in the state of Rajasthan. If you see the wetland, this 15th COP meeting hosted by the Zimbabwe. Therefore, option D. Remember, COP15, Conference of the Contracting Parties, hosted by the Zimbabwe country. Therefore, option D would be the correct answer. In wetlands, there was convention referred to as Ramsar Convention to protect and to conserve the wetlands. Basically, this was signed on 2nd February 1971. Hence, this day we are celebrating World Wetland Day. In India, we have 91 wetlands, and there is one record associated with this wetlands protection and conservation, referred to as Montreux record. This basically to protect, preserve, and conserve the wetlands of international importance or global importance. And from India, we have 2 such wetlands. One is Kyalo-Dio National Park, and the second one is Loktak Lake located in Manipur, and this was located in Rajasthan. These 2 were in the list of Montreux record. So Zimbabwe, where 15th COP meeting is going to convene, and it is happening now currently. So Zimbabwe would be the correct answer. If you see the map of Zimbabwe, it shares borders with Zambia, Botswana, and Mozambique. So remember the map of Zimbabwe as well. That's it for the day. Those were the top 10 MCQs that I want to, current affairs MCQs that I want to discuss for the day. And static GK question. Which Governor General of India called the press liberator in India? Lord Hastings, Charles Metcalfe, Lord Dalhousie, and Lord William Bentinck. I just want to give a glimpse of Governor Generals from basically 1757. Governor of Bengal was there, and through Regulating Act 1773, This position has transformed to Governor General of Bengal, and through Charter Act of 1833, this position has transformed to Governor General of India, and after 1857 revolt through Government of India Act 1858, this position has transferred to Viceroy. And we have firstly Warren Hastings, then Cornwallis, and Sir John Shore, and George Borley, and Lord Minto I, and next Lord Hastings, next Lord Amherst, and Lord William Bentinck, then Charles Metcalfe, then Auckland, and then followed by the Ellenborough, Harding, and then Lord Dalhousie. So you have to choose which of these Governor Generals were referred to as press liberator in India. And that's it for the day. Just post your answer in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Best of luck, and Jai Hind.